trademark Bonn Bristle mottler brushes are a very unique brush that can do many things. A lot of people have never possibly used paddle brushes. They're a fantastic workhorse for doing everything from gessoing in your studio to even thinning paints out to do washes, for covering large areas like a canvas, if you're working on a mural. They're just a great kind of multi-use, all-purpose brush. When you just need to grab something and go, chances are this brush can handle it. Now, what makes this different in the world of mottlers, you might ask, because it's kind of a confusing term. A mottler is just a large-scale brush that's got a lot of hair, that can pull a lot of fluid, that can be good for different things. But the bristle's really kind of where the differentiation lies, per se. With the Bonn, we've got a great German brush maker that manufactures these for us. They're fantastic in coming up with these proprietary blends of hair. This brush not only has natural bristle, which, if you're a painter, you know, is good for holding heavier bodied paints, for holding kind of structure longer as you work. It's a very durable, natural hair. But then they've gone and put their proprietary blend of natural bristle hair and synthetic filament in with it. What that's done with other brushes that we carry from this manufacturer is it helps define the shape over time. It doesn't start to kind of wear and tear as bristle will do when you've been using it long term. So it really extends that brush life. It extends the firmness in being able to use those heavy body paints, gessos, even if you're wanting to use it as a varnish brush for a product like Gamvar where you need a stiffer bristle brush, it's great for that. Now, this is different than your average mottler in that these are hand done. They're hand bundled, they're hand tied, they're actually glued into the ferrule that's nickel plated. So you're not going to have that shedding that you get from chip brushes and lower quality mottlers that you can find in hardware stores and things like that. This is a brush that's made by brush manufacturers for art products. It's a brush that will last. All right, so let's take a look at what these Bonn Bristle mottlers can do. I'm going to use a 2-inch brush. It's a good kind of, if you're just doing something smaller like this, it's a good size because it gives you good control. So gessos typically, your nice thick. See how that's got some good spring, some good stiffness for really being able to work gesso down into your canvas to get in all those little holes to really protect your canvas from, say, if you're going to be using something that's acidic like oil. You really want gesso in all those surfaces. Works it in nice and smoothly, but leaves minimal kind of that textured tracking line that you get with that sweep of the brush. So that handles that really nicely. I really like that spring and kind of stiffness. Nice hardwood handle. It's actually pretty ergonomic, which I know that sounds weird, but if you've used a lot of paddle brushes, it is very ergonomic feeling compared to kind of your average run-of-the-mill paddle brush handle. So that was gessoing. Let's see how we do with something kind of larger, thicker, like an oil. See what some of the coverage is here. Just putting that in a little thinner. Picks up paint really nice and easily. Doesn't, though, track it way up the brush. Oh, wow, yeah. So you can get some great coverage. Even with that being thinned, there was a tiny bit of drip. I just didn't blot the brush out like I would normally do to paint. Nice, smooth, nice control. Let's see what kind of an edge we can get. We are working with something abstract. That's a very nice tight edge. So you can see where that synthetic really helps with the control of keeping that nice line of bristle. Very nice. Very nice mottler brush. I'm impressed with this. So You can work with the thicker things like oils, gesso. Let's just try with a little bit of a thicker acrylic, how that's going to pick it up. This is an acrylic gel. I mean, that holds that heavy weight. Doesn't have any problem with actually holding it. It's not bending, slopping it around. So you can hold up to some really nice heavy acrylics with these little brushes. Fantastic mottler, perfect for oil, acrylic, anything heavy body. Obviously you can thin it and do some washes. Great for gesso. Nice control.